March is looking like a bit of a stacked month, so let's go ahead and dive into what's coming out this March. First up we have Outlanders, a town building strategy game with a charming style to it. Your goal is to construct the necessary buildings to help the town grow and satisfy the needs of the various townsfolk. Unusually for these types of games, as well as a sandbox mode, there is a fully fledged campaign that you can play through. This means the game might appeal to those who like their strategy games to have more directed goals rather than just being open-ended. Outlanders comes to PC March 7th.
Grandpa is dead.
Say the words.
His bones are earth. His flesh is dust. His breath.
His breath is wind.
His breath is wind. Where will I go?
Clash Artifacts of Chaos is the latest game from storied indie studio Ace Team, famous for their offbeat style of games, and their latest title is no different. Clash Artifacts of Chaos is a third-person hand-to-hand combat game featuring Ace Team's signature weird and wonderful art style. The game allows you to customise your fighting style, with victories allowing you to improve your character, and with a rich storyline to follow, it sounds like a complete package. I'm a big fan of Ace Team's previous work, so I'm looking forward to checking this game out. Clash Artifacts of Chaos comes to PlayStation, PC and Xbox March 9th.
Cursed. That's why Grandpa is dead. That's why my brother hates me. I'm cursed, and everyone I touch is cursed too.
You cannot escape, Gemini. I invoke the one law.
Help!
What are you doing to the boy?
You think I had a choice?
I don't care about your grand plan.
You will never leave.
While there is no justice, there will be no law.
This next game is a bit of a cheat as it is not a full game but rather DLC. I had to highlight it though as it is for one of my favourite games and appears to be a fairly substantial piece of DLC. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania is additional content for Dead Cells, a brilliant roguelike that came out a number of years back. The developers Motion Twin have worked with Konami to create what they describe as a love letter to Castlevania. Featuring weapons, 60 original and reimagined tracks, and 3 bosses from the storied series, you'll get to explore Dracula's castle in a whole new way, and even get to play as Richter Belmont. Dead Cells Return to Castlevania comes to all the consoles and PC March 9th. Our next title is a game that I've been waiting a while for. Figment 2 Creed Valley is a sequel to an interesting action platformer from a few years ago that had a nice mix of interesting puzzles, bizarre art, and beautiful music that would grow and evolve as you explored levels. The sequel appears to be doing very much more of the same, which I'm very much down for. The emphasis on music in particular and dealing with emotional turmoil as you are exploring a mind make for a compelling play experience. Figment 2 Creed Valley comes to all the consoles and PC March 9th.
Show me what you got. Wow.
Mato Anomalies continues our theme this month of games with unusual and striking graphical styles. Billed as an anime-inspired RPG, the game sees you journey through a neo-futuristic version of a bygone East Asian city. Featuring turn-based combat, you take control of dual protagonists, a private detective who must gather intel and knowledge to unravel mysteries, and an exorcist who dives into rifts to battle demonic abominations. As you progress, you will find allies and gain their trust through conversations and shared experiences. The battle system looks to bring something new to the table as well, with a shared health pool and gear matrix and dual talent system. The title has a specific style to it that I dig, and I love a game with a bit of investigating in it. Mato Anomalies comes to all the consoles and PC March 10th.
They're concerned. Why try to solve a problem when you can eliminate it? Good or evil, judgment is at hand. Let's be quick. Show me your work, Tonatrus.
Storyteller is a puzzle game that asks you, the player, to write the story. Using the characters, settings and items available, you create your own twists on classic stories. Each scene is a puzzle that must be solved, and all you have to guide you is a title which you must satisfy using the props at your disposal. It's a fun and inventive puzzle game presented in a lovely way, and a game I can't wait to play more of. Storyteller comes to PC and Switch March 23rd.
Royalty and betrayals, monsters and suspense, and shocking murder. Of course, sometimes characters get lost in the wrong place. Show up at the wrong time. Or sometimes they need a little nudge in the right direction. And it is up to you to lead these characters to the ending they deserve, for better or for worse. So if you can reunite the family, solve the mystery, reverse the curse, or even defy death, then maybe you can write the book of Storyteller. Coming soon.
Terra Nil is an environmental strategy game. However, unlike usual city builder games where you are building up a city and exploiting the resources of the world, Terra Nil tasks you with bringing life back to the wasteland, turning the world green and filling it with nature, all without leaving a trace that you were even there. It's basically a reverse city builder, which is a neat premise. Levels are procedurally generated, meaning each one will provide a unique challenge. Once you have filled the world with nature, you can use the Appreciate mode to bask in the natural beauty you have created. It is a very relaxing experience, and there is a certain kind of zen that comes from turning wasteland into a natural paradise. Terra Nil comes to PC March 28th. It was a tough decision as to which game would be my pick of the month this month, as there are a lot of really good indie games coming out in March. In the end, I've gone with Dredge, a fishing game that is a lot more than meets the eye. You are the captain of a fishing trawler, and each day you set out to catch fish, which you then sell back in town in order to upgrade your boat. However, you quickly learn that there is more to this world than just fishing, and as you explore the archipelago, you will uncover various mysteries and maybe discover what is behind the strange fog that draws in every night. Playing the demo, I fell in love with the vibe that Dredge was giving off. The whole world has this eerie feel to it, and it makes you want to explore and find out what is going on. There is also a certain melancholia present, something that is accentuated by the muted brown colour palette. All of this mixes together to create a game that I can't wait to play more of. Dredge comes to all the consoles and PC March 30th. Ravenbound is a roguelike with a difference. Instead of exploring distinct levels, you are thrown into an open world that has been inspired by Norse mythology. As you explore, you become more powerful and unlock new abilities that will in turn allow you to venture further into the world. It's a bit reductive to say, but the game feels a bit like Skyrim the roguelike. Combat is third person and has heft and weight to it, although I did have a slight issue when playing the demo, in that it seemed over-reliant on dodging. Despite my misgivings though, I think the game has promise, and the idea of an open world roguelike is a good one. Ravenbound comes to PC March 30th. Finally for March we have Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, a dark retelling of the Arthurian legend comprising of an open world game with first person melee combat. The developers say you are free to explore the island however you want, with no constraints, and you can build your character in the way you choose, with a variety of weapons available, a stealth system, crafting, trading and cooking. It is certainly looking to tick all the open world boxes. It's a title that talks a big game, looking to mix it with the big boys of the genre, and hopefully they can pull it off. Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon comes to PC March 30th.
Arthur broke the laws of nature. Now we have to pay the price and clean up your mess. Hear me, Arthur. I do what I do, not out of duty, but out of wrath. And I hope to meet you once more.
And that's it for March. A really good selection this month. Why don't you tell me in the comments below which ones are your favourites? If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing as it really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.